everybody, and I know I haven't been putting videos for a long time. I've been experiencing so many different issues, so hopefully you can understand basically what's going on here. I've had issues rendering videos which I can't fix, and I'm still trying to find a way to fix it. So pray to God if you see this video on Wednesday this week, then you're pretty lucky. But again, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure if this one's gonna come out, because some of them comes out so crap in quality that it's not even worth to upload it. So today is gonna be a Sherman 3 review, and let's get you to let's first start with the armor on this tank. So I'm not gonna do it in the garage because I feel like I'm just gonna talk it here because there's nothing really important about the armor. Again, just standard Sherman armor. You're gonna get pen almost everywhere. You're gonna get a few bounces if you angle the armor like this angle to shoot your frontal plate. You get ricochets, but as soon as the enemy has a pretty decent gun, tier 4 plus, they can reliably penetrate you as long as they aim at flat pieces of armor and don't hit your mantelet. So the armor of this thing is pretty shit. It is 465 health points. Again, compared to Wolverines and all that, it still has quite a bit for a tank that has the 105 mil or the 76 mil gun. In my opinion, I would personally use the 105 because you got heat rounds in that which you can neutralize. But let's talk about this 76 mil. Now 76 mil for me, it feels like it's got a bad aim time, to be honest, because I've personally played this gun on other tank destroyers, and the experience kind of ruins it. If I want to play a tier 5 tank that has, you know, pretty decent rapid firing gun and similar damage and all that, why don't I just drive the T69? So in my opinion, the only reason I want to grind this tank with this gun is that you're looking for reliability, but I feel like the howitzer does quite well if you have a few heat rounds and you know what you're doing. Then obviously that gun is more deadly than this one. So let's get to the game. This thing has fairly good mobility, certainly adequate for its tier. It doesn't feel that slow, but the armor just feels pretty bad. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get to the game now. So again, we move forward, and I think I was trying to aim for a shot onto the Panda SFL 5, and I didn't get it, and then suddenly a Crusader rammed me from the side. I have no idea what he doing. So I planted one shot into the Stug, and then this shot bounced, and yeah, this gun doesn't punch that hard, but again, it's got fair stats on almost every category, so I can't say that, you know, don't play with this gun. This gun is still pretty decent, it's just not maybe my favorite. I took a shot which is unnecessary there, which was a bad play in my opinion. So now I got shaved off about 65 health points, and you can see I'm trying to put shots into this guy and it hits. So the accuracy is of course better than the one on the 105 howitzer, and I'm tunnel visioning here again, and I get shot almost too many times, and I'm been quite newbie here, so I need to start reminding me of this map. Now, because I play quite a lot of high tiers, and I haven't played this map in a long time, and it takes a bit of getting used to working the ridge here and there, and I now look at the map and I go to the middle, slightly towards the right, and then see if I can plant more shots into the enemy. I've done 200 damage and taken about that much as well. And gets a kill on the Stug, finish him off, and then we can see that the Churchill's thinking about getting up, but again, I can deal with a Churchill any day of the week without too much issue. Get the gun around, puts one shot into the B1, get down the lower ground. Now keep an eye on my enemy here. This is how you want to outplay them. Track him there, and once you got him tracked, he is so dead. I mean, there is no way he's going to now make it back alive unless he uses a repair kit. I am going to have him today, and going to just keep him perma tracked, or yeah, I might going for the damage. Probably because I know he's got a crappy crew looking at his stats. He's a pretty new player, so I don't think he's going to have a good crew. Yeah, he's only played 2K games. He wouldn't have a good crew with a good repair skill. And then one more shot into the B1, and I don't get it. Would I get it this time? Yep, got it. And there goes the KV1. Aiming at third person because again it's not bad. Accuracy wise it's alright, but you can see I'm totally ignoring that T70. He's probably he's probably either stock or the gun just super bad on that tank, and I missed that shot, so I go in for the ram, and you can see this thing can ram little Russian light tanks pretty nicely. So I've done 1,000 damage. Oh, what the hell's wrong with the camera there? And you can auto aim, you know, if you wish to be a bit lazy from time to time. But as soon as they start moving, you shouldn't auto aim anymore. And there goes, final shot and tracks him and didn't do damage. Russian armor on the arse is very good. Even on the side, it's very good. And this coffin carrier is just quite easy to take him out. I try to load a high explosive ram to do so much damage to him. I do a little ram to take off his tracks. You can do that against enemy TDs. So tactically, I've displayed how situational awareness you have to be taken out to outplay the enemy, and hopefully this one can take you to know that how this thing can do outplay the enemy. But you can do that in almost every single tier 5 medium tank. It feels like. So yeah, this tank with this gun is pretty decent. I've done 1,200 damage, and it was an ace tanker game. So let's take into a better game than this one. So let's take a look. Gentlemen, we're gonna take a look at this one now, the 105, and the previous replay was the there was the 76 mil, and you get this 105 on the other American Sherman, but this British 105 is as good as the other one, I believe. I haven't checked the stats of them too, but I think it's a pretty viable option to use this 105. As you can see, I am bottom of the food chain here, except PZ, the Lush actually, and the enemy has like PZ and all that. And you can see the howitzer is quite unreliable from time to time, not penetrating the AMX 12T. But when you load heat rounds, oh my god, this tank is a beast, and I certainly believe that it's probably the option for people who likes to troll around in mediums. It's a very good gun. The reload is very good. In my opinion, it's certainly good enough. And I loaded high explosive for the AMX 12T. You can see that I don't just spam heat non-stop. I believe heat rounds are options which you can take if you can, like for example, let's say you can use it to effect, and don't waste the heat rounds. I feel like heat spamming is not the way forward for this tank, for any tank in fact. You should try not to use heat, but use the heat in this situation where you can just do 300 average on that guy's side armor, and it makes the Tiger feel quite silly in some perspective, because I can just do this to him, and what can he do to me? Again, using selective shots, going HE from time to time, and it just so easy. I've done 1,300 damage already. I've only taken like a hit from the AMX 12T. The accuracy again is let's say bad, but not really bad. If you have a stock crew and all that, it's gonna be quite suffocating, let's say. But you can see that if you got a fairly decent crew, I have almost 100% crew on this one, but no perks or anything, so it's not the best crew. But you can see the accuracy is not that bad, but if you're gonna lead shots and all that in this tank, it's not that good. And then I try to kill this annoying M5, which I missed almost every single shot, and now I'm down to 4 heat rounds, and can I nail him? And I missed him again. So yeah, not so good, is it? This gun sniping is not that good. But again, gun depression, get forward, and then get down here. let the Chiri miss and work the terrain. When he comes over or not, I derp him for 343, and that was pretty nice. And here Chiri is gonna so get destroyed. I have a HE round, but he was dead anyway. I've done almost 2k damage now. Pretty nice result. Obviously at this stage I will be already eligible to the ace tanker probably, because tier 5 players don't usually do that well, and it's easy to get ace tankers at tier 5. And then M5 Steward, you're not gonna pen me, I'm sorry, but I still used cover and get behind cover, go out slowly, dub him for exactly his health, and then there goes him. And then there's the end of this game. I found this tank quite fun to play with the howitzer. I would certainly play with the howitzer because even if you don't fire heat rounds, your gun is gonna do surprising damage from time to time against targets sometimes you don't expect to do well in, and it's just a dirt gun really. So I recommend it. It's got flexibility with this dirt gun, which I think is a pretty viable reason for you to use this gun, and in my opinion certainly this is the gun I would be using. And I already grinded out the Firefly, which I'll be buying sooner or later, so we'll keep an eye on that one, and hopefully you like this review of this tank. In my opinion I'll rate it about 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's not the best tank in the game, but it's a pretty nice one actually. I certainly like this one. It's a nice grind, I would say. It's a fun grind, and again, it's your choice of whichever gun you want to use. But in my opinion, the 105 is the one that requires either less skill or loads of skill to do well in. But again, if you're the middle-ish player, then I recommend you 76 maybe. But it all depends on your playstyle, and we'll see you next time, and hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Now, I apologize, as I said, that I didn't have, I had technical issues and all that, and also I'm quite busy recently, so sorry about the low amount of content, but trust me, I'll make up for that soon. So we'll see you next time, and bye for now.